So that's the reason why I call. And maybe you with it. Fantasies of a sweat, can I hit it? Addicted to the things you do, but still true. What I'm saying, boo, is this is all about you. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. I make a promise if you go with me, just let me know I had you hollering my name out before I leave. Nobody loves me, I'm a thug nigga. I only ride with the criminals and drug dealers. I love niggas still be coming from the same place. Witness me holla at a hoop, you see how quick the game takes. I cannot tell her I'm a player, and I don't even care. Creep up, weed smokes in the air. Everywhere I go, it's all about the creepy hoes. Waiting for niggas at the end of every show. I've just seen you with my friends, video. Never put a picture for my friends, so here we go. Follow the leader and through the drama that I'm going through. It's all about you. Yeah, nigga. It's all about you. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole.
Get you sick from the dick, or is it the flu? It ain't about you or your bitch ass crew. Every other city we go, in every video explain to a nigga why I see the same shitty hoe. You think it's all about you, but boo, I get down like true and my nasty new niggas. You couldn't hold me back, it'd take a fat and track, a lyrical attack. Perhaps it was a visual block. When I started to snap, slow your roll, I'm slow, straight in control. Frozen boat, my whole toe strong, whole set. I told you I'm scoring next. Go digging, cold digging a go-go. I slide in easily, dry greasily. Sluts know the cut. I came to fuck, try squeezing me. Running up in you just like who's dinner when I've been here. At the most, I fuck a bitch from the west coast. It's
every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole. Every other city we go, every other minute it's all about you. No matter where I go, I see the same hole.
Every other city we go, I see the same hoes in the studio. I'm kicking it in the video. It's gotta be the same ass and thighs, but you's a groupie, baby, and don't look surprised. I can see it in your eyes that you nothing but a trick. Hanging with us, cause I'm superstar dick. Want an autograph placed on her napkin. After she asks, ain't you the top dog and don't you be rapping? She know what's cracking. Freak shows like look, from the limos down to the Lexus coupes. We be flossing, and all females love that, especially when you're dope, platinum, and your own glass. When I met you, I really didn't have to say much, cause me alone just made you wanna taste and touch. Don't be tripping if I run up in you and your hoe.
Can't ever go wrong with a little bit of Tupac.
It's all about shit.
Going classic here. Sorry, my hair is just like just really does what it wants to. Like, I swear it does. My forehead growing. What's up, guys? It's your girl, theRealShotzie. How's everybody doing? How's your week been? You're here, so that means you're not in jail or you had your bail money set aside. Yes, you guys are getting really good at this. I hope you're getting better at not actually being in jail. You don't want to start ganging up a rap sheet and all that little good stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, so tomorrow's Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Yeah. For anybody in the southeastern region, it's going to be a little crappy this weekend. I think it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be cold, all that other good stuff. So definitely, you know, if you can still get out, definitely. Otherwise, you know, find you some good, nice at-home activities to do. For you WWE heads, Royal Rumble will be on Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The actual show is going to start at 7, but you know they always do like some pre-stuff before that. So it'll start airing at 5, but the actual show starts at 7. So you've got that to look forward to. And then, of course, you got to get prepared for next Sunday. Got the Super Bowl going on. It's going to be a really interesting game. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Y'all trust me? You trust me? You gotta trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna say the Falcons are gonna win. We talked about this last week, right? Yep. I'm gonna say the Falcons are gonna win. You can say all kinds of things about me. You know what? I actually did get a couple of DMs about some people that, from what I said last week about the whole, it's a payoff type thing. But I mean, NFL is a sport, but it's still a business at the end of the day. So I'm just saying, somebody's got to pay for that 1.5 billion beautiful Mercedes stadium that they're finishing up here. That's all I'm saying. But I think that's going to be a really good game next weekend. So definitely, go ahead and start preparing what you're going to do, where you're going to go for that, because anywhere you go, it's going to be packed and ridiculous. So, but yeah, so it's pretty chill week, which is always good. I was actually mad yesterday. Anybody who follows me on my social media, so I was out at Kennesaw Mountain yesterday, and my cousin, who fashions himself a photographer, is learning the ropes, and he wanted to go do a photo shoot. Well, I didn't have a problem with that, except I didn't know how long that it would actually take, and that it would take up majority of my day, and I wouldn't get a good workout in. So I was in a really crappy mood yesterday. So it's really good thing that I do these shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? That nice in between there. So yeah, I didn't get as good of a workout as I would have liked to have gotten. But, the day ended really well. I had rehearsal yesterday, and I always enjoy going to rehearsal. So it still worked itself out, right? But yeah, so I've got some ideas of what I'm going to be doing this weekend. So, I won't fill you in on them now, because if they don't happen, then everybody's like DMing me like, hey, how did your weekend go? Well, it kind of didn't happen. Like, nobody wants to hear that. So we'll wait to see what happens, and then I'll fill you guys in. All right. So, you like my color? Yeah, I decided to go a little festive. I don't do the whole, so you have women that will paint their nails a certain color during certain parts of the season, like fall, they go darker colors, spring, they go lighter colors, summer, they go more festive colors. Yeah, I just do whatever appeals to my eye. So this is the color that appealed to my eye, and that's what I went with because I like it. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this weekend. We'll see how it goes. All right. So I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah. So before we get into tonight's topic, and I'm going to get back to you on that too. It is nearly impossible to turn on a TV, to pull up a social media feed, or to even go on the internet without seeing everything that's going on in this Trump administration. You cannot even ride down the street without somebody talking about it. It's just crazy how he has been in that office all of 6 days, and dare I say it, so much damage has already been done. Is that an appropriate word to use? Damage? He's been in the office for 6 days, and so much damage has already been accomplished. You still got, the women's rights movements going on. Not even going to get into that. So this pipeline, this oil pipeline that he has reinvigorated, apparently was being stalled during the Obama administration, which, from everything that I've been reading on it, for good reason. If it's one thing that I can say about Trump, he may not be a political person, but he is definitely savvy when it comes to business. You don't make millions and millions of dollars without being business savvy. So I will definitely give him that. With that being said, everyone needs to understand that everything that he is doing in office is to benefit himself financially. It doesn't matter if it unravels years of progress or if it, pushes something back into time. As long as it's financially benefiting him, then it is going to get done. Even if he got impeached tomorrow or even next week, he has already secured his pockets, especially with this oil pipeline deal. And the reason that it was being stalled is apparently it, could run through residential areas. It could be very toxic and just all around bad. Not to mention, you're trying to get the healthcare administration taken away. So what are these people supposed to do if they start getting sick? So there's just been a lot that he's been, a lot of threads that he's been unraveling. So the next 338 days are going to be interesting. I know you're saying 4 years. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it to 4 years. I can't predict that far in the future, but I can definitely say the next, 300 and something odd days is going to be interesting to see what more he can do. He's already signed 5 bills since he's been in office. They did like this little poll thing on Facebook where it shows each president how many bills they put into effect each year, and either each year or over their presidency or something like that. I have to go back and read it. So, but it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. So, I mean, unless he, goes and decides to hand over the nuclear war code to the black market, I think it's pretty difficult to say we're stuck with him. That's me being nice, because my show's supposed to be PG-ish. So, anywho, with that being said, all right, so I've been getting DMs and messages and emails and pigeons and everything else about this. All right, I get it. You guys like to talk about sex. I get it. We're human. We're adults. We have our proclivities of activities and, that we like to, encase ourselves in. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about tonight. And this may come a little bit on the cheesy side, so shoot me. When you are being intimate with your partner, because nowadays everything is so different. Like back in the day, it used to be, when you were making love or being intimate, and then it turned into sex because that's just what everybody was doing. They were just having sex. So when you are with your partner, what is your sex scene like? Is it just one of those things that you kind of just rush in and just bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and just, hey, let's lounge on the couch and watch TV? Is there any intimacy? Is there any, romanticism, or as I like to say, romantical going on? Like, how do you get to that point? Because, bang, bang, bang is eventually going to happen. I mean, it's still sex, but how do you get there? So we talked about, what was that, last month, maybe a couple of months ago, about setting the mood, right? So let's kind of conjoin that with, do you do foreplay? Yep. Hit that right on the nose. So here's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. They don't know about foreplay. They have no idea about foreplay. They have no idea what foreplay is. They have no idea how to do it. They have no idea what it involves. They think foreplay means that you go and blow in somebody's ear for a couple of seconds and then you just get to business. For my fellas, let me go ahead and inform you. Women do not just get horny at the drop of a hat. Contrary to belief, all right? So even though you may be with somebody and y'all like each other, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're turned on. It could be something about you particularly that they like. Your mind, your looks, how tall you are, how short you are, your booty, your stomach, your arms. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're turned on. Now, for my fellas, it's not to say that, you can walk past a half-naked woman and you just automatically spring to action. Well, for the most part, you can. But it is a lot easier for guys to get, let's just go ahead and say it, we're all adults. It is much easier for a guy to get hard than it is for a woman. So for my fellas, foreplay is the act of playing beforehand. I mean, that's just, sliding in there, pun intended. Women are very intricate and interesting creatures. Okay. And a lot of this is coming from personal experience too. It is not just that you start kissing, you start rubbing and feeling all on your body, and then all of a sudden, oh, yep, there it goes. I'm ready. No, there needs to be some romanticalism in there. I just made that a word, romanticalism. Write it down and remember it. So, foreplay is very important. Now, there are a lot of people out there that do not like foreplay. They don't care for foreplay, and it's like, I don't have time or the energy to indulge in foreplay. But if you're doing it right, you kind of make it a part of your regimen. It's almost like your class schedule. You always went to homeroom first, right? Just saying. So, if you don't know how to do foreplay, YouTube it. Okay, there's not much that you can't find on YouTube. I mean, you can find everything on YouTube, from building a bomb to burying a body. Like, there's nothing that's not on YouTube these days. So if you are not sure how to do foreplay, I guarantee you, if you Google it or if you YouTube it, you will find something. Promise you. Or DM me. I got you. Y'all know anonymity is the name of the show around here. So hit me up, be like, look, Shotzie, this is what's going on. I don't know how to do all of that stuff. What tips do you got for me? I got you. No problem. And we'll keep it moving. And then, minus all of the little sordid details, you can hit me back up and let me know how everything went, right? Right. So, yeah. Just to throw a few things out there. So, for most women, a very sensitive area that is sure to, if not get things in place, definitely get things kick-started. The most intimate part on a woman. I know what you thought. Wrong. And if I had a ruler, I'd slap your hand because you thought that. It is not down there. It is actually up here. The neck area is a very sensitive area for a woman. So if you are looking to do a little bit of foreplay, start there. This goes back to that session that we had with the whole intimate scene setting thing. You don't necessarily have to, set the scene with candles and firelight and all of that other stuff with rose petals, because I'm not cleaning that mess up the next day. I'm just telling you right then and there. But it does definitely help put people in the mood, because nowadays, for the most part, let me just say it like that, most women are looking for a little bit more intimacy. Like I said, guys, it's a lot easier for you to just spring into action and go to work. For women, they need to be brought to that plane. You know what I'm saying? They need to be brought to that level. So you don't necessarily have to go in and set the scene every time, but don't be in such a hurry to just kind of slide in the home plate. Baseball has 3 bases before the home plate for a reason. Just saying. Just putting it out there. So start with the neck. Now, I don't know about most other people. For some reason, I'd say maybe the past 3-4 years, whenever I drink alcohol, it tends to do a little something to me. I've never been like that before. I used to be able to drink alcohol and pound it down and just keep it moving. And it was like, whatever. Now when I drink it, I can still pound it down. That's not a problem. Alcoholism runs through my veins. But now when I pound it down, it tends to get a little, ticklish within the body. It's like, you get a little furry, flurry feeling, you start feeling a little like, so I don't know if alcohol works for some people, but definitely try. If you're not much of an alcohol drinker, then start small, start light, maybe like a Moscato or wine, something like that. I'm a tequila girl personally, so that's, my thing. But, don't do anything that's going to knock you off your ass and then you can't do anything. So start light, try some things, see what works for you. But like I said, start with the neck area. Something else that is very titillating is the touch. Just the touch. Not grabbing, not squeezing, not choking, although that comes later. But just a sensual touch. Does wonders. I promise you. It's like that light feather. You know how when you feel somebody playing with your ear, but they're not really touching you? That's the feeling that I'm talking about. Try that. You'll see a big difference. And then also, and I know a lot of guys are not big on this, but if it's with the right person, and I'm not talking about it like a soulmate or the one, but if you're with the right person and you really like this person or whatever, kissing is a very intimate form of seduction. It just really gets the juices flowing, really starts the train to moving. And, you know, can I throw any more innuendos in there? Of course I can. Starts to get the motor revving up. You want me to stop? All right. But it's the most intimate form of seduction. And it loosens you up so quickly, especially if like this is the first time that you've been with this particular person. Believe it or not, people are nervous when they're with somebody for the first time, especially if it's somebody that you like. So this is something that works on both people, not just one or the other. So start with the kissing. Don't be afraid to explore the body with kissing. Now, if you happen to end up down there, then you're in a more advanced class, then we need to put you in an advanced class, which is a one-on-one session, and then we'll excel you past that, see how you pass and how you do on your final exam and all that good stuff. But it's just the little things. It's the little things. So don't be in such a rush to just run in and think that you're supposed to, you know, that mess that you see on the movies where they're like tearing into a room and clothes are flying off everywhere. Yeah, no, that actually can happen, but that means that the sexual chemistry has already been built up between you. Like you met in the bar, you've been standing there giggling and hee-hawing at each other's jokes unnecessarily while you're downing alcohol. See, alcohol's still in there. And because of the fact that you want this person wants you, and you can't do anything because you're in a perfect place, it really increases the sexuality between the two of you. So when you do get in a private place, then that's when you're going at each other like two tigers in the wood fighting over a piece of meat. So that can happen, but I wouldn't bet on that always happening. Have a backup plan. It's called foreplay. So again, if you don't know the art of foreplay, it's not the end of the world. Nothing in the rule book says that you have to know how to do foreplay by a certain age or you're considered a spinster or anything crazy like that. Just Google it. Do some YouTube. Don't look at anything disgusting. Just, you know, you can get to that on your own little time. But just Google it so that you can learn some of the art of foreplay. Ooh, there was this book. I got to find it. No, not the Kama Sutra book. That's all about positions. But there was this book that talks about the intimacy of sex and love or something like that. If I remember it, if I remember to look for it, because y'all know how I get when I get squirrel syndrome, I will definitely let you guys know. But yeah. So start with the foreplay. All right. I feel like I'm going to regret saying this. Feel free to DM or message me, you know, how your experience went. I don't want too many details. I can watch Skinemax on TV, so I don't need to live it through your life as well. But, you know, definitely. Of course, as always, if you guys want any advice or anything, then, you know, just let me know. Hit me up. I'm always happy to help. As a matter of fact, I had a really good one last week, so I hope that worked out for you if you're watching. But yeah, so it's almost time. Look at that. 8:30 comes around so fast. You guys want me to stay on a little bit longer? No, we can't do that because then you guys will get sick of me and then you may not come back. And I want you to come back because we have so much more to talk about in life. So as always, if you have any problems, issues, concerns, or disturbance or probe-ish condiments, that's right. Definitely hit me up in the DM or the Facebook Messenger. Oh my God, I'm still getting some weird ones like hi and how old are you? And I'm like, somebody actually posted this on my Facebook. Please send me your number. Not going to happen. We've talked about this. Taken. Do we need to get into the whole cheating episode thing again? Just go on my YouTube. It's on there somewhere. But anyway, so as always, if you guys want to connect with me, if you're not always already connected with me, I always appreciate my new followers and I try to comment on everything. that people post as far as like, comments and stuff like that. So definitely keep it coming. I appreciate it. That shows me that you guys truly love me and you're along for this crazy ride. So I appreciate that. But if you don't follow me, then it's right down there. Yep. At theRealShotzie, TheRealShotzie, Instagram, Twitter, and the official Facebook. And then my Snapchat handle as well is on one of those. And of course, my YouTube channel is also at theRealShotzie. These videos are uploaded for you to go up there and comment and leave your comments so that I can comment back and maybe we can have a little bit of dialogue. Yeah. So guys, stay out of trouble. As always, love you, be you, do you. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same bat place, same bat cave. All right? Let's end this with a little bit of music. Don't forget about the foreplay. All right, it's time for me to go get something to eat because this girl's hungry. Love you guys. Stay out of trouble. See you next week. Later.